Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing this gorgeous day? So we are already in the structure. We're already in the parking lot. Also, hi, I'm Manny out in the field. How are you guys doing today? It's been a minute. How have you guys been? Have you guys been lovely? Have you been sickening? Have you been honestly shit? Anyways, guys, we're gonna do another installment of our series of we spent $500 at a place. And we're gonna do a little haul. So today we're gonna do JCPenney. We're going to Miss JCP. They took out the Sephora that they once had, and now they've supposedly have replaced it with like a different beauty kind of section. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to go in. You can find Lunar Beauty in some JCP stores actually, so that's kind of exciting. 13 Lune is a retailer of ours, of Lunar Beauties. They are in some JCPenney stores. So it's like, I wonder if this one will have it. I'm actually very interested to see if this beauty section will have 13 Lune, and then therefore it might have Lunar Beauty in it as well. So I think that'd be kind of exciting. I haven't seen my products in JCP stores yet, so it'd be kind of cool if they have them here. Yeah, we're gonna go in, we're gonna spend some coin, we're gonna see and test out a bunch of JCPenney beauty brands that I haven't tried or used before. So that's what it's gonna be. As always, if you guys don't like this video, if you guys don't like me, please don't fucking watch it. You know the drill with that. But if you guys do like this video, if you guys like when we spend my money so you don't have to, if you guys like the gays.
Sir, are you gay? Excuse me?
Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. But yeah, let's go and get started on our shopping haul. Let me tell you something. I've not been in a JCPenney in years. So I'm shook coming in here right now because I used to work at JCPenney. And it's giving me nostalgia. Okay, the beauty section literally looks incredible and clean and stunning. I'm so gagged. 13 Lune. Okay, let's see if I have a little section around here. Let's find. Stop. Yep, children has gotten into that. Children have gotten into this. I'm so gagged. You guys, they have revamped the JCPenney beauty section so fiercely. CosRX, we got CosRX here. We have this like whole hair care section. It literally looks like a Sephora low-key. Absolutely stunning. Look at this hair care. Hair care tools. They have a full-blown Smashbox in here. I almost miss you, Smashbox. What the heck? Okay guys, so I'm checking out and there's like this cute little section, right? This little checkout section. Lunar Beauty sponges at the front. I'm gonna scream. Okay, y'all, bag has been secured. Damn, oh, the sun. Anyway, bag's been secured. We got the goodies. Spent $524. Jesus Christ. But I'm excited because I bought a bunch of brands that were like POC brands, and you know, 13 Lune's all about inclusivity, and you know, 90% of the brands are POC brands that 13 Lune has. I was happy to spend the money and support small businesses. So yeah, let's go try it all out. Okay, you guys, so we are back in the studio. Manny back in the studio right now, and we're gonna test out all the goodies that we have recovered and achieved. That's so not right. We got 2 bags worth of JCPenney goodies. And actually, guys, I ended up spending $524, so I actually hit my $500 quota. I did. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You can't shred me this time. I will say my desk is quite dirty right now. You can't see and you won't see. Oh. I will say, when I swiped my card the first time, it declined. And I said, ma'am, I just used this card to buy a smoothie. Why is it declining?
Insufficient funds.
So my bank called me and said, are you really spending $524 at JCPenney? And I said, I am. So it did decline. And there's something very humbling about a declination. Is declination a decline? Is declination, did I just make that up? Oh, you know what? I also ended up buying this, the liquid lavender scented sponge and brush cleaner from Beauty Blender. Because I needed more cleanser. Okay, so let's go in, you guys. We're gonna start off, and we're gonna start off strong, and I'm so excited. First things first, we're gonna go in with this Youthforia Daily Protective Primer. This is called the Pre-Game Primer. This is it right here. I feel like Youthforia, not recently, but like a little while ago, they got in some drama online. There was a lot of stuff going on, like with the foundation, stuff like that. I think that was Youthforia. I could be wrong, but I feel like that was the brand. I understand that a lot of these brands are smaller indie brands, and you know, they're not these huge conglomerate brands like a lot of brands and retailer stores are. I understand that. However, just because they're a smaller, more indie brand or a brand I haven't heard of as much before does not mean I'm not going to be brutally honest about my opinion about it. If I don't like the product, I don't like it. It doesn't matter if you're indie. It doesn't matter if you're high end. If I don't like it, I don't like it. So I can't be like, oh my God, it's a smaller brand. I have to be nice to it and I have to lie to my audience about it. I'm not going to do that. I've never done that. I'm not going to do that. So I'm gonna start off right now by saying I apologize if I don't like it. I just don't like it, and doesn't mean, you know, everyone won't like it, but it just means it's not my personal style of makeup. So just first and foremost, I just want to get that out of the way, that disclaimer. Pouring it out right now. Smells like shit. It's quite heavy of a liquid primer. I will say it's giving me a slightly radiant glow, which I do enjoy, but it kind of has a more silky consistency, almost pore filling, but it has a slightly strange scent. It almost has an expired smell where it just doesn't smell right. Like, you know when something's expired, it just doesn't smell like it should be smelling? That's kind of what it's giving. I will say it does feel nice. It gives me a nice little slight glow to the skin. Powerful blend of plant-based ingredients to help protect skin from irritating ingredients and environmental stressors. Sometimes I feel like a lot of that stuff is an absolute crock. I do. That's just my personal opinion though. Sometimes I'm like, girl, all that for what? All that for what? I think it's cute. I think the component's nice. I think it's very Gen Z looking vibes, like very like quirky and cute. But you know, I will say it feels nice. I do enjoy the way it feels. It went on nicely. It gives me a slight glow. Doesn't do really much for my pores. It doesn't like make it look smaller, but it does make my skin feel very silky and soft, which I do appreciate. Okay, we have this by Mirabella. This is the HD Triple Threat Invincible for All Foundation. Very intrigued about this bad boy right here. I like the component. I think the component's really cute. You kind of twist the top and the head goes down. Oh my god, it's an uncut. It's uncut. And then you cut it. Anti-aging foundation, hyaluronic acid, spheres, full coverage HD, improves appearance of fine line skin tones and pores, hydrates skin with a flawless matte finish. Hydrates skin with a flawless matte finish. Did we just contradict ourselves here, or what? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go in with shade Light 190, and we're gonna see the vibes. We have our little pump. I think the component's cool, like I said. There we go. Ooh, comes out very thick. It's uncut. This is not no runny foundation. This is a foundation that's, baby, it is here, and you will know it is here. I feel like the lighting in the store, though, like, was not the best. Like, I was a little like, hello? Like, I was very confused on the lighting in the store. Like, I couldn't tell what would be my shade. I really couldn't. I was very confused. So let's try this out and see what Miss Mirabella is giving. I've not heard about this brand either, Miss Mirabella, but they had an entire gondola there. Can you guys give me a heads up if you guys know about Mirabella? But they had a humongous array of product. I will say immediately, what a great match for me. What a great color match. Manual. When I'm taking myself more serious, I call myself Manual, not Manny. Manny's for fun. It's just shits and giggles. It's when it's manual that it's serious. I will say my skin looks so fire. I would say it's like more of a medium to buildable. I wouldn't say it's necessarily full coverage right away, but definitely has a lot of coverage for sure. And I like it because I feel like it still looks very skin-like. It has this slight glow. There's definitely a glow. So I understand this like hydration matte. However, I don't see the mattifyingness of this at all. Where's the matte of the matte foundation? It's very pretty. I'm impressed. It's a little thicker than I usually go. Consistency-wise, it's quite thick and quite creamy, but the finish is absolutely stanosha. iPhone shot. I think you're right. You're right. iPhone shot it is. iPhone shot it is. I feel like it looks like skin. I really do. It looks very nice. It's very glowy, but it's not matte. And I said it was a matte foundation, so I'm kind of confused by the claims, but it does look beautiful. Okay, you guys, so I will say, immediately, I am impressed. I think the match is great, too. Like, I'm impressed by you, Miss Invincible for All, with your cut and uncut component. Anyway, let's move on to concealer. I grabbed Miss Mirabella again for concealer. This is Invincible for All. I grabbed shade Light L90, like, to kind of correlate to this one. So I'm going to assume, nice components, nice and, like, large. I'm going to assume that it's going to be lighter, and it's going to fit. It's the exact same shade. That's a problem for me. I'm not gonna lie, that is quite a problem for me. Because I thought it was gonna be lighter, like it was gonna go like a little lighter in the tone, and not necessarily be the exact same shade as the foundation, and it is the same shade as the foundation. I like a lighter under eye. I will say it's very thick, but it's nice, you guys. It's covering well, covering up all my indiscretions. I feel like it's full coverage. This is not a kind of that you like are like, there's like nothing on my skin. Bam. There's something on your skin, but it's nice. I like this a lot. What are the claims? Weightless. All right, versatile. Hides imperfections, brightens skin, long wear formula. So I will say it is beautiful. Huh. Okay, I'm just gonna slightly lighten with just a lighter shade. A little brightness, taking the Too Faced one. But I will say that looks absolutely gorge. Let me tell you something, Miss Mirabella, she ate and left no crumbs. So let's move right along. Okay, you guys, I don't have like a cream bronzer, cream blush vibes. I do have powder. This cute spray from Exa, I thought was really cool. It looked dope as fuck. It's like blue and red or blue and pink inside. It's a dual shield set and glow mist. You shake it to mix it to be purple. Just the idea of it is really, really cool. I'll use it after I'm powdered, but I'm gonna go put some cream bronzer and cream blush on my skin real quick. I'll be right back to set everything with a powder and blush and bronzer powder that we got from the store. Okie dokie, you guys. So I have some cream bronzer on. I have some cream blush on. This is what the face is giving so far. I will say, you guys, the longer I have the concealer on, baby, this bad boy is heavy. I just think it's funny when brands claim like lightweight concealer when it's like, babe, it's not lightweight. It's heavy as fuck, and that's just the reality. Like you can feel it on the skin. It's very, very heavy. I did apply a lot though, I will say. I did apply a lot of concealer, not really knowing if it was going to be high coverage or low coverage. Had a lot of coverage, and it was a thicker consistency, so I would probably just apply less next time to make it feel not as heavy. Anyway, guys, let's go into powder now. This is Shades by Shan, San Francisco. This is a loose setting powder. And it says, "You are very beautiful." How cute. As I'm doing it, it's like not the finest powder I've ever used, but it's also not the thickest powder I've ever used. So I'm actually quite intrigued by this. First ingredient is talc. So that makes more sense as to why it's not as fine. Usually powders with talc can like stick together a little bit. They can kind of bunch a little bit, but you know, talc in powders will give a kind of a blurring effect. So once I started using my Lunar Beauty powder, like, because it's talc free, I honestly haven't like used talcy powders since I launched mine, since it is talc free. So it's just funny to kind of go back to being like, oh shit, this is what a talc is like. It's just heavier. It's just a heavier consistency. However, it's still very beautiful and very pore blurring. The original Laura Mercier translucent powder has talc in it, you know? So, and that's one of the best powders of like all time. So I would actually say this would be kind of like a dupe for that one. It feels very similar. Consistency wise, it looks like almost identical. I'm not kidding. Like they could have easily used the Laura Mercier translucent powder as their bench, and it would make a lot of sense because it looks just like it. It looks beautiful. It looks absolutely stunning under my skin. Are you guys interested in the prices of these things at all? Are you? Maybe, perhaps? So the matte setting powder is actually $30. And I think the Laura Mercier, hey Siri, how much is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder? The Laura Mercier one is $47. So if you were to buy this, I would say first impressions, like they are almost dupes. This one's 30, that one's 47. This one is 25 grams. This one's 30 grams. Okay, well, there's more product in the Laura Mercier one. I'm just now in my avoiding talc era, I guess, since talc is not like the best ingredient ever. And we're all gonna die for something. At least we're gonna look smooth as fuck. Oh, wait, let me tell you guys the prices of the things I used. Primer. How much was our primer? The primer was $38, so I don't think it was worth $38 to be quite honest. See, the foundation was $45. It's a pretty penny. Concealer was $28. I would say actually the concealer and foundation kind of rival mid-range other products in that shade range, or in that kind of like vibe. So it actually does make some sense. I also got this, you guys. This is a Euphoria Color Blush Oil. I didn't realize I had this. I forgot I had this color blush oil from Euphoria as well. I didn't see it there. Maybe I'll put it on my lips for now. Looks nice. I feel like this is really like their popular product, but I thought it was green. I didn't know it was this color. I wonder if this is more pigmented than the green one. I don't have the green one. I looked for it in the store, and there was no green. There was no green one, and there wasn't even a section for it. So I don't. Do they still do the green one? Products like these tend to just be more like pH balancing products. So I will say it did give us like a good little balance. The undertone, that pH-ness, it's getting more pink as I'm talking here. Sometimes with the pH products, it can be so drab and not even work. I'm kind of like, all right, well, you tried it. This is going way more pink. Damn. Well, that's cute. I'll definitely get around to using this on the cheeks. I'm not a huge fan of, honestly, blush oil. I hate the idea of it. I feel like it's going to disrupt everything. It's going to break everything apart. Don't love the idea of it whatsoever. I've used them before. Don't like. So maybe I'll use it in some capacity again, just not now. Let's go into this product here. This is the Minty Makeup Nothing But Nudes face palette. I saw this in the store. I thought it just looked really freaking cool because it was an entire face palette dedicated to bronzer and a little bit of highlight. Isn't that cool? That's so unique. I don't think I've ever seen something of this like caliber like that looks like this. So this one was, how much was it? Yeah, this was a $48 palette. I mean, but look how huge the pans are. There's 8 blushes and 4 highlighters. This is humongous. 48 actually makes a lot of sense. Honey, in this economy, it makes sense. It makes sense. So this is Minty Makeup. Never heard of the brand, but I'm so excited to try them out. I'm gonna take the shade Dune and put this as our little bronzer because it looks kind of like a neutral tone. Oh, we're pigmented boots. All right, all right. You know what? Let's go with a different brush. A more fluffy brush. I like the color though because it is very like neutral. It's just a pigmented with a fluffy brush. Okay, so just as a heads up to y'all, is that this is quite a pigmented powder, and you are gonna want to go in with a light hand. I didn't know any better, you know? Okay, Dune, let's do a little Dune in the cheek. If you're a makeup artist, you have a kit that you like want to have like a nice variety of bronzer / kind of contoury type shades, this is definitely something that could be really great. There's a lot of bronzing tones in here. Looks really cool. It's unique. Definitely unique, and I feel like it gives a really nice tone to my skin. Like, look at all the undertones. We have like kind of more cool tones here. We have like almost like more of a yellowy tone, more warm peach tones. Blush wise, you guys, I'm also grabbed the Shades by Shan blush palette because it looked beautiful. It looked really, really nice. I just like the tones. I thought the tones were beautiful. Let's see. By the way, Bio Oil blush with $36 for the blush. Blush palette is $36. Okay, great. $36 for the blush palette. That makes more sense with the fantasy that I'm thinking. But let's go in with peach. So everything's really pigmented, huh? Beware that everything is pigmented as fuck. A light hand is all you need. And yes, I have a blush underneath. But like, you guys, you can tell when something's very pigmented, even without a base blush that's powdered down. You can tell. All right, well, I look like a tia chismosa. It's quite shocking to my system. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a clean brush, Lord help us all, and I'm gonna take a powder foundation, like a mineralized skin finish foundation. I'll run that over my bronzer, just to diffuse the bronzer a little bit. Everything dialed back a ton. Dialed it back a ton. I feel like that looks so much better, so much more diffused, not nearly as crazy. And it doesn't look heavier because it's a mineralized skin finish. This one is from Sephora. This is sending me. It's absolutely sending me. Let's do a spritz of this mist, this Exa mist. It just looks so cool. I have to. I love that it's pink and blue and it turns purple. Never seen anything like this before. It's spraying out so heavily. Hold on. Someone mess with the mister. When a mister is like this and it shoots out like that, it's uncut. The perimeter is strong and it's intense, but there's zero mist in the center. So you got a strong spray on your fucking chin, but nothing on your nose. You know, maybe it's a faulty one. Maybe that's not how the mist usually is. But fuck me. The mist itself is beautiful. I love the way my skin looks with it. I think it looks very glowy and hydrated, and it automatically took away a bunch of the cakiness from it. It almost feels oily. There must be some oily components in here for sure. Oh, I just slipped because the setting mist sprayed my desk and I just slipped off my desk. So that's oil. There's oil in there. How much are you, mist? All day mist is $28. I think that's really fair. It reminds me of this one, the Dalba one. It kind of gives me that same finish and look to it. However, this has a lot less oil in it. I'm worried that this will break apart much quicker now. Face is done. Let's go into the brows, you guys. I have this brow product from this brand called Cheekbone Beauty. Is it called Cheekbone Beauty? It's called Cheekbone. How cool. This must be like an indigenous brand. Like, that's so awesome. Power Brow Gel, balance between humans and the natural world. Unfold and discover our vision of a sustainable future. How absolutely exciting. So they have this brow gel, and this is, I got it in the shade brown, and you pull it out, and it has this like very, very large applicator, which does worry me just a hair. God, the oil, I think the oiliness of the spray though, it's breaking apart my fucking concealer, you guys. All right, let's press some powder in there and just pray that this lasts throughout the fucking video. How about that? How about just get us through the video? Damn. It's also like the concealer is just very heavy, so there's that. So anyway, I think it's just a combination of several things. Let's move on to our brow gel. I didn't get any brow pencils because there was like a very small selection. I didn't really see anything that had my color. So we're taking this Brune shade. The applicator is quite large. I would say that if you have thinner brows, it's going to be slightly more difficult, but I definitely see that it's giving me a lot of fullness to the brow. I mean, you can literally absolutely tell the difference between this one that has just a natural fullness to it. I like it. It's almost like a full coverage brow gel. But see, the thing is that when some things, like sometimes with these things, you have to kind of like, if it's not filled in a certain spot, you're gonna have to go in with a pencil to make sure that shit hits that spot. But I will say overall, this is quite nice. And it gives me really nice fullness to the brow. I really enjoy that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna finish my other brow, and we're gonna do our eyes together. Okay, guys, so we are back, and the brows are officially on. We're back, and the brows are filled. Back, and the brows are filled. Back, and the brows are filled. Back, and the brows. I don't know, man. I'm just like not obsessed with my routine right now. Like I'm not obsessed with it. I think that the spray fucked me. I really do. I feel like that's where all my issues started, and I feel like there's a little bit of breaking up happening over here, over here, over here. I thought the product was great. I think that they did a really, really good job on the formula. I like that it goes on full coverage. It's very comfortable on the brows. Like you can't even feel it. They're not crunchy either. It just feels nice. The only issue I have with this is the fact that the size of the ball is so massively large. I have pretty like full brows, I would say, like decently full brows, and it's almost too much for me, and I have larger brows. So I feel like this is a product that, like, unless you have really, really thick hair, thick ass brows that are gonna really be, you wanna handle them, this is probably gonna be a little too much for you. It's gonna be a little too overbearing, a little too wildin'. Okay, so now let's move on to our next product, guys. We are going to go in with this brand. This is Lunar Beauty, which is another indigenous brand, which is so exciting. I just love that there is this really great representation at 13 Lune and JCPenney, obviously. You know, 13 Lune is 90% POC, so they're all about, you know, inclusivity and sharing people's stories, which I think is really cool. It's so exciting to be part of that. You know, as you guys know, I am Latino, and my brand Lunar Beauty is a family-ran Latino business. So we're gonna go in with this Sagrado palette. Okay, and this bad boy retails for $48. I think that's a great price point. By the way, the brow gel, how much is the brow gel? $17. I think it's a really good price point. The Sustain Brows, great price point. $17, I feel like very fair. My only edit would be the size of the actual applicator. It's way too big. Way too big. I'm gonna get it. Okay, very beautiful, very beautiful color story, but there's like a bunch of black, like kind of shit everywhere. How weird, because the thing is, the black is not shattered. Ugh. That's all I'm gonna do for now. I'm just gonna let it be. Oh my God, Prados, Prados, and then you can go like shade 2A is what we're using. You can, because it's like rows 1 through 5. Oh, I think that's kind of cool. I love the color story of it. I think it looks beautiful. The shimmers in here look like just kind of more basic shimmers, like very just like, it's a shimmer. It's not like a reflective, it's not like a glittery thing. It's just like a nice shimmer, a nice sheen. Well, I'm gonna go into like a pinkier territory. We're gonna dip in, and they have these like really cute little, it's like a little bird press in it. So adorable. I'm gonna go in with some of them and just start to kind of layer and see what it's giving. Immediately they are pigmented. Look at that, wow. They look beautiful. I'm taking the row 3. So we're gonna do a look with row 3, which is like our more plummy, warm, pinky tone row. You guys, you seen this shit? The pigment. Let's zoom into this more plummy tone. I'm intrigued. Damn. God damn. And the cool thing about these too is, you guys, like, they're not overly powdery. They're pigmented without being hard to use. Because you know, sometimes shades that are really pigmented they're just tougher to use. Like, that's just the reality. Like, they're really powdery. They're hard to blend. This is not that. These are not super powdery and easy to blend. So that's even cooler. Like, these are not for people that are like professional artists. Like, these are for everyone. Like, they're easy to use. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna go in. I'm gonna try one of these shimmers, these more of a sheen shades. There's this one that has this like really pretty lavendery tone. They don't have like reflect. They don't have like, you know, kind of a glimmery, glittery tone to them. They're not that kind of shade. They are more refined, if you will. They're not gonna be hyper reflective. I wish that this palette did have more hyper reflective shades, I will not lie. Instead of like having it be like one row that's a shimmer and then one row like a more intense, like more pop shimmer, like a glittery kind of reflecty kind, would have been really cool. That would have been like my little my little 2 cents. The shimmers were great, I will say. Overall, the shimmers work beautifully. They have a nice sheen to them. Feel very Valentine's. Okay, guys, I'm gonna finish my eyes. I will say the quality of the shadows was great. Amazing quality. I'm very, very impressed. Let's go do our eyes, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we have our eyes fully completed. This is what it looks like. Isn't everything so smooth and nice? It just looks so blended, so beautiful, just easy to use. The mattes of this palette are just absolutely wonderful. Chef's kiss. The shimmers, I just know I won't use them, but they're nice. The shimmers are nice as well, but I'm just not into these kind of shimmers, so I can't be like, oh my god, I love these shimmers, they're my favorite, because they're not. It's not my kind of style of makeup, but the mattes I will absolutely be dipping into. Anyway, you guys, let's move on to mascara. This is the Ico London Sport Waterproof Mascara for performance. And I grabbed waterproof because, who do you think oh, there's like little fibers on it. I don't think I've ever used an Ico mascara before. I will also say with this palette, I wish it was a mirror inside. I do. I like it kind of has like a cobra applicator. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it looks like a little cobra. If this drops my curl when it's waterproof, I'll literally scream, just so we're all very clear. I think it's doing a great job at fanning my lashes, making them look longer. Separating them really well. They're more fluttery. They're not as thick as I would go, but they separate so stunning. They're so fluttery. There's no drop. Shut up, Ico. You know what? I like that this is so separating. I gotta say, I think that this is a really nicely separating mascara, and it does a good job of giving it kind of like a length to it. Not necessarily, it's not very like filling, like it doesn't make it look like it's really thick and like intense like that, but it's lengthening. I like this. I will definitely use that again for sure. And the fact that my lash didn't fall, that in itself is a literal miracle. I'm actually going on a date tonight, so how hard is this to take off? I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna actually really freak out if it's really tough to take off. Anyway, you guys, so let's move on to our lippies now, and we have our trio that we're gonna use. I'm going in with another Shades by Shan product. This is the matte lip liner. Lip liners were tough to find in there. I'm not gonna lie, like I had a hard time. So I ended up just grabbing this Shades by Shan lip liner. It's called Cold Brew. It's in a plastic component, not sharpenable plastic. It's a very creamy formula. Okay, this is really strange. Let me just say this real quick. This is a strange thing. Might be a more me thing, but these are like weirdly oily. Doesn't make sense. I know. I'm sorry to describe it like that. It's weirdly oily. Like, do you guys see my border here? I overdraw. I always overdraw. It's just like what I do. But can you guys see how much shine the lip liner has in it because of the oils in it? You can see my border so fucking clearly. I don't know how else to describe it. Beautiful color. Glides gorgeously. It's almost too glidey though. And my lips are dry. Like the oil is gone, babe. The oil was no longer on the lips. It was gone. So I know it wasn't the oil disrupting it. So I'm like, where's my lip liner going? When I go like this, where does it go? I'm confused by you. This has confused me. This line, I don't think I like it. Lippy wise, let's go in with our marshmallow butter lippy from Kimchi. They have a kimchi inside there, which is so cute. Kimchi is a very, very popular brand. Click the top and it pops out. It's like this pink, beautiful component. Super intensely fair nude shade. Thought that would just be kind of fun to wear with a brown lip liner. It's a white pink. Yeah, it's a white cool toned pink. Maybe if I just blended it in better. Hold on, let's see. Because at least that way it kind of gives like an ombre effect. More so the lip liner. I just don't think I like the lip liner. I think I can make the lip work eventually. Why is this lip giving me very UK glam? Okay, it's jarring. I'm jarred. But let's go in with our last product. This is from Cheekbone again. And we have a gloss this time. We're going to go in with our Birch Gloss. I think this will help save us, to be quite honest. Welcome to the UK shore. It's sadly not giving, but the gloss definitely helps. And the gloss is nice because it's not sticky. I actually think that looks a lot better with more lip product than lip liner. The lip with that gloss needed it, and with more of a blend on the border. The gloss is $23, which I think is a little pricey for what this is. Lip liner is $13, very, very fair price point. I just don't like the consistency of the lip liners. Marshmallow lip, $12, lovely price point. Lovely price point, and also the lightest lip I now own. Anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. What do you guys think? I think that a lot of these products worked fantastically. Truly, I really do. There's just some products that didn't work for me. Not my exact vibe, not exactly what I would have done, but that's the cool thing about different brands. There's different points of view, just different perspectives, different journeys, you know, things like that. I was happy to be able to buy all these things from JCP, support the brands, and, you know, just have a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it. It really was great, and I hope that they continue the relationship with JCP, with 13 Lune. I hope to also continue my relationship with 13 Lune. I hope that 13 Lune takes my powders. Babe, 13 Lune, if you're watching, take my translucent powders. They're literally our top seller since they came out. I'm just saying, you guys need them. And that's just the hard facts. Anyway, I'm so happy with everything that turned out. I think that the base, we got into a better spot, but it was touch and go. It was touch and go for a second with the setting spray. That mist needs a lot of help. What would my favorite product be? I would maybe say the palette, the eyeshadow palette, because the mattes were so beautiful and worked so gorgeously. Go JCP for having a cool beauty section. Didn't expect it. Honestly, I'm very happy to see the amount that's in there. I think it's really cool. And I hope that just expands and gets better and more people go in the JCP stores and just buy some JCP shit. Have a great rest of the night or day, wherever you guys are, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. I love you. All right, y'all. It's Manny back in the field. No, it's not. I'm not in the field. Okay, you guys. It is Manny out in the field. I just did it again. Did I lose you already? You son of... Oh, it's in my pocket. What the fuck? God damn. Let's go fuck ourselves. Am I above a literal plane landing? Or what the fuck is going on today? Because, baby, the planes are coming in hot.